Chapter 11. A Clever Trick. Ibrahim Dernia was alone in his private office. He was working at his desk, finishing some paperwork. He always did his paperwork alone before going home. He looked at his watch. Another 10 minutes. Then he would be finished. There was a knock at the door. Dernia looked up from his papers. He didn't move. There was another knock, louder this time. He put the papers in his desk and locked it. Then he got up and went out into the office. He could see a man outside, standing in the doorway. "We're closed," he said through the glass door. "Come back tomorrow."
"I'm sorry," said the man. "It's urgent. Please?"
Dernia was annoyed. He unlocked the door and opened it. "We're closed. Can't you see?"
"I'm very sorry to bother you,"
said Kamal.
"But I was hoping to find someone here. I have a problem. You see, I need some money, quickly. I must have it tomorrow morning, early. It's for... Well, it doesn't matter why I need the money. That's my problem. But I have some onyx ornaments to sell, and I heard you would be interested."
He held out a beautiful onyx ashtray.
"Would you be interested in buying 50 of these?"
Dernia took the ashtray and looked at it carefully. Kamal could see he was interested.
"Very good quality,"
said Kamal. 50, did you say?
"That's right. They are in the car outside."
"How much do you want?" Dernia asked.
15,000 lira for 50,
said Kamal. "That's too much," said Dernia. "I'll give you 5,000.
"Please, I need the money urgently,"
said Kamal. "Then you will accept 5,000, said Dernia. Kamal looked disappointed.
"All right," he said. "You can have them for 6,000 lira. They're in a big box in the car. Could you help me carry them? They're very heavy."
Dernia went with him to the car. Together they carried the box into the office.
"This is really very kind of you," said Kamal. "They are heavy."
They carried the box to the back of the office. Kamal looked quickly at the door.
"Have you got a store somewhere?" he asked. "I'm sure you don't want the box in your office."
Dernia thought for a moment. He looked at the large box in his small office and said, "One moment." He took a key from his pocket and unlocked the door. They picked up the box and carried it through into the workshop. It was a long, wide room, with windows on one side. There were a lot of articles in the room. Onyx tables, lamps, ornaments, brass and leather articles. On a workbench, there were rows of tools and cutting equipment. "This is fine," said Dernia. "Put it down here." They put down the box. Dernia took out his wallet. 6,000 lira, he said. At that moment, the telephone in his office rang. Dernia looked annoyed. "Excuse me one moment," he said to Kamal. He went back to his private office. Kamal looked at his watch and smiled as Dernia disappeared through the door. Quickly he looked round the workshop. There was a door at the other end. He looked out of the windows. Outside, there was a small courtyard, and at one end of the courtyard, a wall, 2 meters high. On the workbench, at the end of the workshop, there were several onyx table lamps. Kamal looked quickly at them. They had been cut in half with a cutting instrument. The inside had been removed. Kamal looked closely. Suddenly, Kamal heard Dernier say goodbye. He turned quickly away from the workbench. "Sorry to keep you waiting," Dernier said as he came back in.
"Not at all," said Kamal. "I can see you're a very busy man."
Dernier counted out 6,000 lira.
"Thank you," said Kamal. "I really need this money. Well, I won't take any more of your time."
Dernier walked with him to the door into the street.
"Thanks again," said Kamal. "Good night."
"Good night," said Dernier, and closed the door. Kamal went back to his car and drove home. Tom was waiting for him.
"Did it work?"
he asked as Kamal came into the apartment.
"Perfectly," smiled Kamal. "My brother phoned just at the right moment, when we were in the workshop. Dernier believed my story, too. And he gave me a very low price for the onyx." "What did you see in the workshop?"
Kamal looked serious.
"Well, not very much, I'm afraid. It's just a workshop, or a store. There were lots of onyx and leather articles, brass and tools. And there were some onyx lamps being repaired, I think. But there's a courtyard outside, and another building opposite. I'm sure that it belongs to Dernier. And more important, there's a wall at one end of the courtyard, which isn't too high."
"Meaning?"
"Meaning that it wouldn't be too difficult to climb over it."